gosh, guys, you won't believe this. You won't believe this. I'm recording this a second time. I recorded this entire 22-minute audio, and it's gone. I have to re-record all this, so let's go for it again. This video is going to showcase ranked right now. We started off with good teamwork with this team. We end up with bad teamwork at the end, and I figured it was so bad, let's just do anything but continue to play. So I'm making this video instead of playing the game. I think I played for, this was an hour's worth of footage, between messing up audio now, which cost me 22 minutes, and messing up editing when I was halfway through. I think I've been editing this video for close to 3 hours now. But anyways, this is the first game of the night. As you can tell, my aim sucks, and that is a trend that continues through this entire video. My aim sucks on several occasions. But yeah, Bangalore is far away. She jumps over here to immediately help because she's in action. Yeah, we just end up wrecking face here. After we end up wrecking this squad, there are going to be a ton of cuts. This was an hour, and I took it down to 22 minutes. There's going to be a lot of cuts, but after we wipe the squad, I'm just going to edit. You'll see Bangalore, a bullet whiz by our head, and we know there's a team to the side, so there's the bullets. We push that team. As a team, as a unit, as you can see, we're all on top of each other. Perfect. This is team. This is working. I think, so the Bangalore is getting ready to get knocked. Once she gets knocked, there she goes. We finish off the rest of this team, and then there's about a 5-minute period after I res the Bangalore that I closed out because it was just us looking around, gathering loot, trying to figure out where the next team's going to come from, and we still get snuck up on. But as you can tell from all the terrible aiming with the Havoc, I had to switch to something else. So yeah, as you can see, we got looted up. I have a decent amount of flatline ammo now. Very good bad. Again, can't hit. I do see the gold knockdown, but I hear the Watson coming over, so I think this. Knocked. Rezzed. But yeah, so originally this was gonna become a video. I thought I saw somebody there, but second guessed myself, and that's what causes this crazy situation. End up getting knocked, but luckily, so luckily, the Bangalore clutches it out. So at this point, I'm just thinking, I'm at 2 and 3. Bangalore's at 5 kills. Let's just chill, man. Why? Let's just chill here. As you can see from what's getting ready to happen, we don't chill. So here we go, on to the next fight. Unfortunately, I wanted to make, I was planning on making this a video right around here, because I was like, this is what ranked games are, and I was going to edit out this period, because I thought it was going to be a bunch of dead time. It's not. But yeah, I was just like, let's just chill. I'm at 2 and 3, you're at 5, let's just chill here. But I was gonna clip it into a video to say, basically, that we rocked it. We had great teamwork. We killed all the teams. I still never think you should land at Thunderdome. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't land at Thunderdome. I mean, the amount of fighting we had to do to come out of there and stay alive was ridiculous. It's not worth it to go to Thunderdome. We luckily did it, and I managed to walk away with 5, and Bangalore managed to walk away with 5. So yes, it paid off. But I have landed at Thunderdome probably 100 times, where it just didn't work out. Unfortunately, what you're getting ready to see is, I push in because we're pushing the fight, because they decided to push the fight. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to push in right now. Turns out to be a terrible idea. I end up getting trapped in here because of caustic smoke and dying as my teammates decided to regroup somewhere else. So as you can see here, I'm being aggressive. I get shot from the side. I figured, hey, let's just push through it. My teammates got their backs. I figured they're going to come in the door right now. Got this. They don't come through. It's more painful. Like, it was painful during the game, because right here I'm just like, what do I do? How do I get out of here? So it's painful doing it, and now it was painful playing the game. Painful painful watching it whenever I had to trim it. It was painful watching it when I had to trim it again. It was painful when I recorded the audio the first time, and it's painful still now when I had to record it this time. If I just wouldn't have pushed in there and would have climbed up on the roof to join my teammates, I would have been fine. But for some reason, Bangalore, all the way over here, decided to go to completely middle of bum F nowhere. For some reason, I don't know. So I cut back to here to see what he's doing. This is the place where we die. Just a heads up. But yeah, I figure I'll ping my banner. I think I did that, or I do that here in a second to try and say I do it once he starts fighting again, because I figure he'll continue to fight because there's teams everywhere, and the Bangalore will know, oh, let me push in. So I think I like look at her to say, okay, she's headed this way. Let me ping the banner to get her to hurry up or something along those lines. Hopefully he keeps fighting. They don't ever get my banner, and we do die here, unfortunately. But that's what that ping was. I didn't want him to stop fighting. I was hoping it would draw the Bangalore, which it looks like it does. But she chickens out from that Bangalore, or from that Bloodhound scan there. Another Bloodhound. So as you can see, there are 3 teams here. My team and the other 2, with 2 Bloodhounds being here. Unfortunately, there's plenty of play mistakes. There's one that happens here. You'll see Costa gets lit up. He gets down to like 1 shot. And once he's down to 1 shot, there's a second where Bangalore, right here, Bangalore's like, heal. Heal now. You're fine. He doesn't. He runs back up the pipe. That happens. If he would have just stayed low, gotten behind cover, healed, who knows, the situation could have gone entirely different. But, you know, it's a game of, you know, mistakes and successes, and this was just a mistake, so it happens. Yeah. But yeah, this was from what you saw in Thunderdome, and from all the way up until we left Thunderdome, grade A teamwork. We just stuck together the entire time. We were doing good. Even that, we kind of stuck together. I just got crapped. But now it's just like, you know, the next team that I play with, I think we have decent teamwork. As good of teamwork as you can really honestly look for out of randoms. This was like better than average for random teamwork. As far as random goes, this is like A tier random team. The next team's probably, you know, C tier. Well, no, C would be average, so probably B tier randoms. But yeah, I think for this game we end up getting what, like 54? I think it's 54 RP at the end of it, so, you know, not that bad. As you can see, I dealt the least amount of damage, but they were still like on par with my skill level, and so is this next team. They did slightly better than I did. The next team does slightly worse than I do, but you know, we're still playing with people that are around the same, which is amazing, because the past few games I've had have been, you know, people either doing half the damage that I'm doing, or people are doing double the damage that I'm doing. So yeah, these teams, you know, actually pretty evenly matched. As you can see, most of these clips I will include my squad, so you know which characters are being played, and the champion squad. So in this clip, something weird happens. We end up bailing out here, bailing out early, which is fine and completely understandable. But from the last game I just had, I'm kind of in that mode of I want to be aggressive. But you know, it is what it is. So this building in front of me that I'm running to, I loot up, and I hear footsteps, I think right about here. And it's weird, because I go inside and a grenade gets thrown at me. Like, I'm hearing footsteps in there, and I'm like, that's suspicious. Grenade gets thrown. Well, you're gonna see a transition here. We searched for that person for probably about 5 minutes, both directions, and end up deciding to just go ahead and go on into Refinery, because... so we come in here, and this is where teamwork comes into place. I get a lucky kill there, there's my teammate, there's the other teammate. You know, we're actually working pretty good as a team.
Sending out my decoy.
Should cut out the reload here. And there. Okay, now I'm gonna cut out because, as you can see here, I am fairly far ahead of my team because I'm Loba. But I cut that because I ran all the way over here and that took, you know, a lot of time. Again, this was an hour video clip. But I figure here, let me apply pressure, get him trapped in there. Caustic and yellow over there will push through. The other guy will push through. We'll be set up. Basically, Crypto comes out of nowhere and I'm dead. Here comes the Resi. There's going to be another big cut here where we get on the jump tower and I cut to the next fight. We get in from the ring and we get into a fight. And this is where just teamwork goes completely out the window. Mirage just, I guess on that long run over here because he didn't take the jump tower, just lost all sense of teamwork. So he lets us know they're there. Awesome. I think I end up resing, again my aim is just atrocious. But I think I end up resing Caustic here like 3 times. So right now, we're both applying pressure. I figure, let me soften him up. Mirage, you can handle this. Let me go back and res the Caustic. Let's do this. He's applying pressure right now. Let me go back, heal on my way up, get at least a shield cell off, get him up. I got an assist, so I figure, you know what, maybe he completed the squad. Awesome. Well, not so much. I turn back around and he's fighting, so I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? Oh, geez, Caustic's down. So, let me go back, let me heal Caustic. You keep applying pressure, because I figured at this point, I originally already thought he had him dropped. He didn't, so I figured they've got to be soft. Instead of continuing to apply pressure, he runs back and heals. Okay, so let me apply pressure. You heal Caustic, because Caustic just ran back to you. Nope. What does he do? Doesn't help the Caustic. Pushes forward into the fight. I figure, look at my health, look at my shield. Oh no, Loba there. But look at my health, look at my shield. I'll just come back together. Mirage goes down, because of course it was. So, you'll see a Caustic throw his ulti up here. I thought that was my Caustic's ulti. It wasn't, so I thought I was safe to throw it right here. Let me try and apply some pressure. I don't know where Loba went. Let me try and apply some pressure. Just ended up not working. A little bit of foreshadowing here. Storm comes in, we both die. He self-reses, which is what it's going to cut to, is him back up. For some reason, oh yeah, I forgot about this. We continue to fight. Right here, I'm shooting. I realized I was blocking shots, so immediately run to the other area. Was gonna stop firing and try and heal, but he said it's one shot, so went and fired again. Now it's just Loba. I'd already gotten an assist for one. I figured I was gonna jump over the smoke, and then I decided to because of looking at my health and shield. She does the pushing force though, so for that.
Reload. Subject down.
Nice little gold knockdown here. He gets it, and he'll use it here in a moment. But unfortunately, once he uses it, he's got a gold backpack. So instead of resing me with the gold backpack, we have a chance to heal our way into the storm. Maybe an ability character. Right here, for some reason, he decides to go back before he use this Mirage. Why? I'll never know. But this ends up being our ultimate doom. And again, great teamwork all the way up until basically we started running this direction. Then the teamwork went to complete and utter garbage. But yeah, we end up dying here. I think I pause on the score for a little bit, showing you our damage totals. But yeah, again, even with the absolutely atrocious teamwork you just saw there, we're all pretty evenly matched. Again, it's still like, again, I'm not doubling their damage, they're not doubling my damage, you know, it's a pretty decent team. You know, what can I complain about right there? 400, 760, 645 was close enough. But yeah, I think this is where it starts to get bad. Maybe it's not. I'll know when the next one is. Yeah, this is where it gets bad.
Love pork chops.
So there's 2 of us, right? Let's land off in the middle of nowhere. Let's try and get ourselves some easy third parties. Let's try and get ourselves some RP. This is what Mirage decides to do. Oh, there's 2 of us.
This is your champion.
Let's push everything. That's what he decides. I end up accidentally cutting out the video footage at the end. I initially had it to where I was going to slow it down so you could see for longer the damage numbers he got, which, big shock here, is 0. I slowed it. I was planning on slowing it down, and in the process of trying to slow it down, I actually so unfortunately we don't get to see his 0 damage, but I'm not going through. Again, we're halfway through this video right now, or a little bit past halfway. I'm not going to re-edit this entire video. This is the second run of edits, so I'm not going to do a third. But yeah, I rock out here with, I think I end up with like 200 damage, and he ends up with 0. So yeah, great. Grade A teamwork there. This team. At this point, I just had that super toxic game. I'm like, I'm not landing with these two. I'll land close by. They can do the fighting all they want. I'm gonna come in and clean up shop. That's kind of the plan. But what ends up happening is I end up looting here separately from them, getting guns, and then nothing happens until we push forward, which I ended up looting this spot, the building next to me, and here. He goes down immediately. Bloodhound goes down immediately. Great. We're trying to third party here. There's a team in the building, and it sounds like there's a team above the building. But I didn't pay attention to the team above the building. I throw a grenade here. This is where I hear the team above the building. I climb up and bail out because I'm like, oh no, there's a guy there. Throw a grenade out of a panic. As you'll see here, you see the Bloodhound's little speaker thing going off, just complaining up a storm. And he'll end up disconnecting because he's slowly becoming toxic, which is great. But as you can see again, aim sucks, R301. This is again between these games that you're seeing, which these are all the games I've played for tonight. Between these games and my terrible aim, I just figured, you know, would be more productive with my time. Let's not play this game anymore. Let's just edit a video. So yeah, Bloodhound disconnects. This jump cut, about 5 minutes worth of gameplay. We ran all the way up here. Another team pushing in. For once it actually looks like I know what I'm doing with the gun out there, but here, cool. Bangalore did help a little bit. I jump cut here again because I'm going to heal up this corner and Bangalore stuff, but I make sure I'm safe first. And then Loba gives me her back and everything, and I just can't land shots. Yep. Shouldn't have ADS'd. Yeah, I get down completely. Bangalore's doing alright as a teammate, but right here, you can see Bloodhound came back. This is literally the sound he made when he came back, was right as soon as he came back, because he was hoping he could not get lost, he could not get punished with a 10-minute penalty of not being able to play the game. So now, unfortunately for him, or so he thinks, he's being forced back into the game, but as you can see, he decides, you know what, I'm just going to completely run off in the opposite direction. Here's probably another about 5-minute jump cut of him still off in the middle of nowhere. I figure I'll go get a gun, because Bangalore's the only one with good loot. Bloodhound's nowhere to be found. As far as I'm concerned, he's on the other side of the mountain. This will be another cut. Bangalore decides to go try and be a good teammate and help him out. But I end up pinging if there's enemies. You can see her turn around immediately, because she's a good teammate, and say, oh, there's enemies here. Let's go help her out. I'm going to call this next segment kills that I shouldn't have gotten. So yeah, there's an 84 damage knock. Alright, on point, sweet. That was pure luck. But just because it's pure luck, let's go ahead and throw a couple other grenades while we're here. I still don't know how that second normal grenade got 8. I didn't know there was like a ring of damage that gave you 8 damage. But yeah, let's use the Peacekeeper for long range shots, because that's what it's intended to do. Yeah, again, another knock, 21 damage. Yeah, that was a good kill right there. But yeah, what this ends up being is that, luckily at this point, as you can see, Bloodhound slowly inching his way towards fighting with us as a team. Finally, after this is probably now like 11 minutes of him just being completely toxic and everything. So I figure, you know, Bloodhound's here, we've got a full squad, we actually have a chance. Let's push through this team as much as we can. As you can see there's this guy upstairs. I figured, you know what, Bloodhound's here, Bangalore's here, she knows what she's doing, he's here to help her, he's got purple armor now, let him get it. That ends up being a bad idea. That's the Mirage that the Caustic, there were 2 people scanning upstairs. I'm assuming the Mirage was the one that got rezzed, and the Caustic is still up there. But I figure this Caustic is the last one on the team that's up there right now. So I loot up here, and then I'm figuring, let me find a way to push this guy who's up here, because he's up here alone. Or at least I assume so. I still don't know quite what happened in the situation. Because I see the guy here, and I figured, let me apply pressure here, because if this is another team, I want them to huddle for a second, because we're at 6 squads left in this small of a ring. I figured they'd fall back, he'd heal, we'd have time to come up, kill this Caustic, and be out of here. Or at least healed up, ready to fight the next team that's going to come out. Again, I'm not quite sure who's on whose team. Caustic still appears to be alive. This guy's I do the best I can. I push this way, try and get some heals off, trying to figure out what's going on. There's a guy there. Don't know whose team he's on. I push in here, get pushed by a different Caustic. Luckily, I end up finishing him off. So I think this might or might not be a different Caustic. I still don't really know. He just goes down. Again, atrocious aim. Oh yeah, but see there, he goes down, he doesn't get finished. So again, don't know who's on whose team. Right here, there's one guy in the building, one guy up on the ridge, and the Jimmy right there, shot from across, and there's another guy there, another Jimmy. So again, I don't know who's on whose team. I thought this Caustic was on the other team, with some other guy. And as you can see here, though, that ends up being the end of it. So we went from garbage Mirage teammates into this team that just was absolutely atrocious. How do you, as a Bloodhound, be that toxic that you leave the game, come back, end up with gold body armor and all the loot you could ever want, and end up with 32 damage? Like, really? Come on, like, that's a bit ridiculous. But either way, that was my toxic evening. I will see you guys on the next one.